How we doing tonight? Hell yeah. What's good? What's really good? I don't know. Fuck it. Let me fix this stand. I'm very OCD. That was gonna bother me. Anyhow, just fuck up all my momentum. Anyway, for a young guy who's traveled a lot, I brought back some tips for you Americans and whatnot. You don't actually have to nail you don't have to learn languages. You can just nail the essence of like a culture. If you just sound a lot like the language, then you're good. Like I went to Italy and I was just like, oh! And they were like, your food will be ready in 1 minute. I'm like, hell yeah. I went to Japan for about a month. It was pretty awesome. I was just like, oh! And they were like, oh my god, you're the last samurai. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of fun traveling. I went to Mexico and I was just like, ¿qué? And they were like, wow, for a gringo, you have incredible Spanish. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm a business major. I still like to read some statistics. You probably just think I'm a vapid pothead, but there's something up here. As I casually run into a chair, that's good. Hell yeah, it really reinforces my points. So murder increases in the summer. That's a statistic I learned. I guess it's hot out. People are like, screw it, I'm gonna kill somebody. I don't know. I wonder why that goes up. That's kind of fucked up. People are just really looking for a gimme there, I guess. But, I was thinking, like, what crime probably doesn't increase in the summer? And you guessed it. I bet sexual assault does not increase in the summer. It's too hot out. And I was just laughing at that. I'm such a brain-rotted pothead that really got me the other day. Just, like, picturing, some piece of shit, like, it's 110 degrees out? Yeah, I'm going to wait till the sun goes down. Maybe I'll go to like an air-conditioned movie theater, but other than that, it's too hot out for my type of criminal behavior. Oh man, nobody killed me in the parking lot. This is too PC for that. This is too raw for this PC place, my bad. Don't cancel me before I even get famous. Anyway, so I've been on a real movie kick lately. Anybody like movies?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, movies rule. I really like to get 2 or 3 movies going at the same time. I don't know what that's about. I just can't be alone with my thoughts, I guess. I'm just like, movie, never alone with my thoughts. Hell yeah, right? That's the best. You don't have to worry about how unhappy you are if you can just focus on how good someone else is at acting. I've figured it out. You combine that with a lot of medical marijuana and you're good.
Factual.
I haven't thought about my problems in 3 years, at least. Whenever I last got my medical card. Let's see, where were we? Oh yeah, I like movies. One of the movies I watched recently was Brokeback Mountain. You guys think cowboys were pissed off when that came out? Because like cowboys, their whole thing is that they're like very straight and like, cool and alpha. And then these, you got Clint Eastwood, you got all these like really like old alphas, right? John Wayne. Then all of a sudden like Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger come in and they make cowboys gay, Cowboys gotta be pissed. They had to be mad when that came out. They're like, they're making our thing gay! I gotta get my 6-shooter. Yeah, I don't know, they probably protested that movie on horseback and stuff. So, speaking of, weird contradictory shit, the Olympics, also supposed to be kind of an alpha thing that was like going to be the status symbol of like masculinity. You're going to be like the most manly man or whatever if you won the Olympics. But then when you think about it, it's actually super homoerotic. Like imagine the board meeting for the Olympics. They're like, okay, well first off, right off the bat, no girls, just dudes. Why? Okay, whatever. So they've got that, and then after that they're like, yeah, So also everyone's got to be naked. Like, was there just a gay dude in the boardroom just sneaking that one in? Like, yeah, everyone has to be naked. And then he had another one, I guess. He was like, yeah, also they all have to be oiled. And it's like, is this supposed to be like a sport or porn? Like, it's crazy we still have this every 4 years. Yeah, I'm gonna get into some impressions. Anybody know Lewis Black? Yeah, my dad was gonna get me tickets to him, and I was like, I already know what he's gonna be like. He's gonna be like, I'm old and I'm angry. He's gonna be like, you know, I'm actually 70 now, even though 20 years ago you thought I was 70. I feel like somebody who's like that, you know, who's made that much money and was only a little bit funny, shouldn't be that angry. It's sort of like an Eminem thing. White dudes who get like a lot of money but are still mad, I don't get it. It's like, just be happy. You've made it to the top. Just take the money, you know? Anyway. I love dudes from the 30s. I love noir movies. They talk so funny in those movies. That was the coolest white dudes I've ever gotten, probably. They're like, hey, guy, we're gonna tie our dicks together with twine. Fucking elephant, unless you're queer, pal. You know, they always were talking really funny ways in those 30 movies. Like, I'm gonna put a tiny bullet in the back of your brain, buddy, pal. They never just like call each other by their names. It's always like, guy, pal. There's always this up inflection on it. They're like chewing on pretzels or cigars or something all the time. Yeah, what a good time to be alive. The 30s was so much fun for white people that like it kind of ruined it. Like we haven't been able to have that much fun since. Like, we were throwing elbows in the mosh pit and then we were kind of escorted out, you know? They were like, nah, this isn't cool. We went too far. That was what happened with the Great Depression. White people were wilding out too hard. And then, yeah, and that's what happened. They crashed the world economy. Yeah. And, oh yeah, so we got any people who like Seinfeld up in here? No, just me? Fuck Seinfeld? Yeah, okay. Speaking of Seinfeld and fucking, you guys know that he married a 17-year-old? It's crazy. I mean, you kind of see why Me Too happened when you do some basic Wikipedia on comedians. And so, like, yeah, so he marries this 17-year-old, and I guess the world is just like, well, he's funny, Seinfeld's good. And they just, like, no one called him on it. It's a different time, I guess, but anyway, he's kind of like, what's the deal with statutory laws? You can get away with them if you're funny enough. Jerry, what you're doing is wrong. George, how'd you get in here? Jerry, we gotta talk about this. Anyway. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Morgan Freeman. He's a lot of fun. I like to call him Forgan Freeman, because I might have a little dyslexia. It might be, I don't know if I'm full-blown autistic, but I do like movies, and I like cars, and I like weightlifting. Like a lot of things that have numbers in them, and I don't know. I'm not like full-blown autism, but I might be like tistic, you know, I might have tism, you know, not like full-blown, like lowercase maybe, but it's probably just the vaccines. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so Morgan Freeman is kind of like, you know, said the spider to the fly. He's kind of like, back in my day, everything was made of knives, even white folks. I'd like to say Andy fought the good fight, but no, they all fucked him in jail. You guys remember Shawshank? That movie was so dark. The only good time in that movie was when we drank beers on the roof. The rest of it was mainly knives and white people. Back then, everything was made out of knives. All right, that's my time, folks. Thank you. My name's Jacob Englander. Look me up on social media and YouTube and shit. Tip your Kava tenders.